I don't know what to do. We're not equipped for this. These pants are cursed. These are the pants I was wearing when the thermal blew up too. 5.5, 7, 8, 9, 6.1. We're flying.
I reckon this is up there in like one of my nightmare situations on a boat.
This is definitely the worst lightning storm we've ever been in. Whoa!
Welcome to our self-inflicted adventure. I'm Kiara and this is Adam. A few years ago, we walked away from our life on land to pursue travel and adventure aboard our floating home, the Millennial Falcon.
Last year saw us improving ourselves and the boat whilst we tackled our first Atlantic circuit. Join us as we come full circle back to the Caribbean, where we'll commence preparations for our next big challenge.
Last week on Sailing Millennial Falcon, we crash-landed in Mindelo and Cape Verde, where we were forced to repair our broken furler. When we removed the unit, it was obvious how old and broken the bearings had become. But after a walk through town, we were able to find new parts.
We have them. We think we have them.
We put everything back together, and soon the furler was stronger than ever and furling away happily. King of the world?
We did it. Fixed it.
We were ready to set off again on our journey across the Atlantic. Okay, this is it. Second leg of the journey. We've woken up. We have put the dinghy on the bow and we've also put the outboard downstairs. Done all of our rubbish run, fully checked out yesterday, and we are pretty much ready to go now. The wind is starting to pick up a little, which is nice. Windy is going in the background, so we can tell that there is a little bit of wind out. The forecast is looking good. It's looking fine. It does seem to be a little bit of a high pressure area opening up. We're thinking maybe about 4 days in. There might be a bit of rain that comes on that day as well. The forecast is looking like it's maybe a bit of a thunderstorm. So either we can attempt to beat it, which is never a good idea, or we will probably try and run south of it. I think it'll be fine. And every single other boat in this anchorage is leaving as well. So that's always a good sign that we have all chosen the right day. Pretty much now all that's left is to weigh anchor. And we're off! Ready to start a 2,200 mile adventure! Are you excited?
What?
If Adam seems slightly less than enthused today, it's because he decided to make new friends last night. In fact, say farewell.
Up with older friends.
Exactly, to say farewell to new friends before crossing the ocean. And so he is feeling slightly under the weather. So I think most sail hoisting will probably be done by me today. However, this does make me feel slightly better because of all the times when I feel seasick and I'm just kind of like flopping around, lying around, and Adam's doing all the work. It makes me feel like I'm finally, you know, paying some money back now.
I think it was Chichester who said, like, any fool can sail around the world. It takes a real man to do it drunk or to do it hungover. So, you know, he started.
Officially underway. You can turn the motor off. Adam can sleep. Everyone's leaving.
I don't know what to do. We're not equipped for this.
Oh my god, it splashed! Don't film me from the water!
Splash? I've got a reel in my hand. I've got to put my reel down.
Oh, what?
Stuck. What? Come
Okay,
on.
okay,
Ready
I'm
on
going
that.
to
Oh, he's resting. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good fish. Whoa!
No, let go!
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Hold on.
He's running. Well, I'm going to let him go. Oh, no.
No.
No!
No!
He spat the hook!
No!
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 No! 2 fish! Come on!
No! So I think that mahi go in pairs. And I caught one and Adam caught the other.
We gotta stop. Like, we're doing. Ah! I should have let him run.
No! Adam, I think he ran enough.
I know,
he was
he was
literally
knackered.
like 20 minutes till the time we're like, oh, I think you have a fish.
Oh,
No!
it was beautiful.
I don't even know if I managed
Did
to
you get a
catch
shot of him at all?
I don't think I
Alright.
did. Oh, I'm
Check
sorry.
the hooks, lines back out.
I feel
Maybe it was
so
good.
bad. I'm so sorry, guys. We didn't even show any footage of those fish.
I promise there were fish on these
I
hooks.
swear to God they were. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I promise you that they looked very beautifully coloured and tropical, and so therefore they kind of maybe look like a mahi.
No, one,
And they
one
also
was
travel in
definitely a
pairs.
mahi.
One was, yeah, I think mine
I saw
definitely was.
enough to be that was definitely
Okay.
a mahi. He was on the hook and he stayed all that time. Like I don't know how long you must have been on the hook before we were like, oh, I think we're tangled. I think we've got a fish.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they get close to the
These
boat,
15
I
minutes.
must have reeled him in for 100 meters, and suddenly he's like
Escapes within there.
like within eye shot. Oh, I should have let him run. I should have, like when he fought, I should have let him go back, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to have to reel it all in.
Guess we're gonna go back to napping now. How's that? So the wind has completely dropped out to about 6 knots, and as you can see behind, we're not that far away from the islands, which is quite annoying. You never really want to leave in a calm, but it has given us a pretty good excuse for bringing out our spinnaker, which is flying okay. It's a little flappy. So that's what the wind speed is doing, and that's our boat speed right there. And this is everyone else leaving today. The next day, our luck seemed to turn around.
Oh, it's steady. Oh, he's pulling.
Right, we're down to about 3 knots.
I'm gonna try and get him to the other side. Can you see the colour?
No,
Can you see the colour out there? Hang on.
no. I'm trying to make sure we don't dive. It's very precarious. We're still doing about 3 knots or so. Come on, buddy. Oh, okay, I can see colour, I can see colour.
Alright, there is a fish. Proof.
There is.
What do we do with it when we get him? I've got nice like clothes on, I'm so not ready to wrestle a fish. These pants are cursed. These are the pants I was wearing when the furler blew up too. Oh, your line really is in the way. Where it's gonna go. Hold that. Quick, quick.
Look!
Finally got another mahi. He made us work for it. Whoa.
Stunning though.
Oh, I hate that their colours disappear so quickly.
Can you turn it over?
That is a good feed too.
Woo!
We got one! A biannual or 3-yearly mahi-mahi. Wow, day 2, just before dark. We caught it on a little red and white minnow lure thing. We had one sort of squid jig and one minnow lure, and as you saw, hand lines were the way we did it, mostly because the sargasso weed sets in and eventually having to get up and clip in and go to the back of the boat for something other than a fish gets so tedious that you just stop fishing. And so from the cockpit you can reel the hand line in, square it all away and toss it back in without any issue. Wow, that was cool. We actually, as I said before, we pulled out of Mindelo, Cape Verde, we had 2 bites as well, but we didn't get them to the boat because the headsail was pulled out and we couldn't slow down. So now we weren't fortunately in a state where we couldn't slow down, and Kiara managed to just run us really square and let the sails go all silly while we got her on board. Really, really hard to get a fish on board without a sugar scoop or anything, and the gaff pole didn't quite gaff the way I'd hoped it would, so a bit more practice required there. But yeah, tonight's dinner is going to be some rice, mahi-mahi steaks, and I think some curry.
Only because we had to go through all this curry that I prepared on the presumption that we would not catch any fish. So now it's going off, and it will go off soon. And I'm like, we have to have the curry.
And banana bread
fish.
has to come out of the freezer.
Yeah, exactly.
to
So
make
we've
room for
frozen
the
a lot of
fish.
it. Otherwise, there's a nice bit for tonight here, which is good. Cut it up. Yum.
5.5, 7, 8, 9, 6.1. We're flying for the first time in 3 days. No, 4. And it's over.
As we continued on our journey, the winds carried us further west, and we settled into our routine.
Okay, so we're going to need that glove, and the gaff pole is on the back ready to go. I'm going to have to go out there and wrestle with it. Fishy, fishy, fishy! Whoa, there he is. Another mahi. There's 2 mahi!
What?
There's one following the one we've got. Look at that. Whoa!
Wow.
Beautiful colours. Look, see the 2? See
Yeah.
the other 2?
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna need to go back. The wheel, maybe.
Ah!
What happens?
Well, we got to get him up on the boat, so you end up having to lift it, and then they go crazy, and it just rips it out. And then the gaff, we couldn't get him on the gaff. He just got away. To be fair, we have a freezer full of mahi from the last fish, and yeah, we got to look at him. We got the fight, got a bit of fun. Such is life. And I kind of felt bad because there were 2, like, what I can only assume babies in the water behind it. So, you know, I'm a bit of a bleeding heart when it comes to mums and bubs.
Finally have caught up on sleep, but I'm still probably a little snoozy. I thought I should probably give you an update since it's been a few days since we left now, and much has happened. At the same time, not much has happened as well. Do you want to get in on this too?
Sure.
All right. Well, we are definitely feeling this more Caribbean weather at the moment.
Yeah,
it's t-shirts, shorts during the day, really nice. That's probably the only thing that's been nice about this passage.
No, we got fish. We got a mahi.
Oh yeah, we obviously caught a
4
mahi.
bites and a mahi. To be honest, I don't know. I feel like I subconsciously let the last one go because I knew the freezer was full and I saw 2 more following it. And I was like, oh, I'm breaking up the band. That's been keeping us busy, sort of, as has the ever-changing forecast and the general flapping of sails. It's just one of those passages. It's just, we've been umming and ahhing. Should we have left? Should we not have left? But to be fair, like, we never planned to stop in Cape Verde, so we would have been kind of out here dealing with this regardless.
So what's happened is that there's a high that's opened up, which means that it's calm weather, calm winds, and it seems to have opened up from probably about a week from when we left. And so this is currently what we're facing is if we go further north, then we get into the fluky winds that is a result of the high. And if we go south, then we go so far out of our way that's not really ideal. We've gotten to the situation now where we have gone as far north as we can. The winds are just way too fluky. There appears to be perhaps another high coming in a week or so, and the high that was already settled is surrounding us. There's no getting away from it anyway. So what we're going to plan to do is head. Do you want to update?
No, you're on to
Yeah.
it. We're just following the forecast, but the forecast keeps changing. Yesterday it was like, there's no escaping the high, so just follow the Great Circle route, get there as quick as you can and push through the calms with your motor. Today it's saying run south or southwest and you can get under it, and then tonight at 8 o'clock it'll probably say a different thing again.
Yeah.
And it always tends to be, no matter what it's saying, it's 12 knots max. So it's slow going, but that's alright.
I don't feel so bad though. There are plenty of other boats out here who left the same time as us, that we knew, and we've got their contact details on the sat phone. Been messaging them. They're experiencing the same things, regardless of whether they're a very light boat or a catamaran. They're both saying that they're all saying that they are struggling to move, and that it doesn't make me feel so bad the fact that our massive tugboat is also in the same categories. There, it's like no matter what your boat is, struggling to move out here.
We're certainly not leading the pack, but we haven't been left for dead either.
So we've kind of bunkered down for the night. I don't know if it's going to come across on camera, but there's lightning all through half the horizon here. But because it's pitch dark out, we don't know where the clouds start, end, anything. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking. We've put in 2 reefs in our main, and as you can hear, we're motoring because there just isn't any wind. There's about 5 knots of wind going, so we can't sail. But what is quite nice is that there are 2 boats around us. Typical, you go out here in the middle of the bloody ocean, and then there are 2 boats within 5 miles of each other, or 3 boats all within 5 miles of each other. Anyway, one of them contacted us. We met him back in Cape Verde, and he's kind of asked us, what are you planning on doing with this lightning? We said, we're going to take a reef and probably head more westward to get out of the general area of it. Anyway, the 3rd boat must have heard us on the radio, so he called up later and he was like, hey, so I'm out here as well. It's nice to know that you guys have got a plan. It's nice to know that you guys are out here too. We're all in our own little group facing this together. I guess this is one of the upsides of an impromptu buddy boating system, is that when you do get faced with some lightning or something that's pretty scary being out in the ocean, you're at least facing it with some other people. I automatically put on a brave face for the camera, so talking to the camera seems to be calming me a little, maybe. What are you doing, Bob?
I just put a phone and a handheld radio in the microwave, just in case we do get hit. We'll be able to at least hail the boats nearby and use the phone to use as a GPS sort of thing. It's a totally outside chance, but why not? Why not take every precaution? Should I do the iridium, or it's not worth it?
Yeah, do the iridium.
Yeah? Don't make any noodles for the next 2 hours. They'll be very expensive noodles. We're in the thick of it now. This is definitely the worst lightning storm we've ever been in, without a doubt. Oh, I just wish we could capture it. So there's now lightning on all sides. The rain's picking up, which means that we're coming into the system that is causing the lightning. I don't know what the barometric pressure is doing. That would be nice to know, but it's downstairs. The wind's steady on the nose. We're running presently just north of west, 290. The boat's getting a wash, and we're both like on the edge of our seats, hoping nothing happens. That's what's happening. As one of the blokes on the other boat said, it's brown pants driving. Brown pants sailing for the next few hours. Whoa! Oh! That was close. Pardon my French. Whoa! Wow! Wow! That was really close. There's those brown pants.
What do we do?
Nothing. We've lost one of the AIS signals. I hope that's not a sign that they've been knocked out.
Alright, I'm putting the phone down to call them.
Yeah, grab the radio. Glad to see you've still got AIS and comms, and we'll be standing by 6-9. Happy hunting. See you on the other side, soldier. Over. See you on the other side.
Oh, I'm shaking, my hands are shaking now, I'm really nervous. This is not fun. Every time I see a light, I'm like counting, hoping it's not close. Oh, I know that people get really, really scared about like hitting whales and like containers that have fallen into the sea, but I reckon this is up there in like one of my nightmare situations on a boat. This isn't fun. This has just been described as the blob of death.
Looking at the radar and what I'm seeing and the noise and just generally what's going on, I think it's probably safe to come back around to the southwest. We've got a breeze is out of the east, which is normal. 10 knots, so everything seems to be stabilizing.